What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? Hope everybody's doing well. Man, I'm just kicking back, man. Yeah, I just gotta this might be a long video, more than likely. I was just working on some drawing. I'm telling you, by the way, YouTube, it's snap caps, you know, dummy rounds. So I'll be working on my drawing, just sitting around, just getting used to the I wish these snap caps would eject like on a regular projectile, but then I guess it wouldn't be a dummy round then. Yeah, man. I like this holster. I don't even think I'm gonna have to even buy a new one as far as outside waistband, because this is about as good as it get right here. Yeah, so I was back here, man. Man, up the 300 Blackout. Man, let me find this other one for my dog finding. Oh yeah, the 300 Blackout is complete. Uh, Shout out to Big Boy Noise and Polyammo crew, because how I purchased my 300 Blackout upper is I saved up a couple weeks of the Polyammo pot, which is about 135. So I saved up my two go rounds on it, and went on Palmetto State Armory. Palmetto State Armory. This is not it, by the way. Went on there and bought the 300 Blackout 8.5-inch upper, and it'll be here Thursday or something like that. But yeah, that Polyammo's paid off, paid for a whole upper, which brings me to my thing. But I came to a conclusion. Man, shout out to the veterans, man, to the people who died for our country, man. Salute to those brothers, men and women, fought behind the enemy lines, foreign abroad, whatever, lost their lives in the line of duty. We got to recognize those people, man, for real. We can't just be barbecuing, having a good time, and not recognize them. But for people don't know, I have a lot of parts and stuff, and this video is going to exemplify why it's good to have parts laying around in case you decide to build something. This is a part setup that I had already had. As you can see, a full ARP kit, lower part kit. And I bought this a year ago from Palmetto during a Christmas or something like that. Maybe 8 months ago during the last Christmas, 6 months. And it was like $50 or whatever. Really good deal. You got your buffer spring and buffer tube already in here. Lower part kit, boom. So I got that already. I got several different options for braces. Got an SB3 Tactical, SBA3 Tactical brace. So I got that already. Citizen 2A Citizen hooked me up with that muzzle brake for the 300 Blackout. Little hand stop, he hooked me up. Hand stop, so I got that already. So you're wondering, like, well, damn, if you already had all that, what took you so long to get the upper? Well, I'm pretty cheap. I mean, I'm just saying in the sense that, like, why buy something out of season during Memorial Day, Christmas, all those type of holidays? Palmetto runs good deals. Even when it's not a holiday, they run good deals. And so I jumped on that stuff early, like during Christmas time. I bought it Thanksgiving, Christmas time, and just sat on it. So that's the first part I want to show you. And then I went and bought the lower a while back, like I think about maybe 3 months ago, around January. Got this beautiful multi-cal upper right here by Aero Precision. I like that trigger guard, how it's like going like that, and skeletonized. I mean, this is a really nice lower right here. So I already had that. So, I was like, man, okay. So if I already had that, already got that, I was thinking like, well, damn, now I just got to get the upper and just put this together. You know what I'm saying? And then you're good to go. So all you need is the upper. But I started thinking, which is dangerous. Started thinking. I said, well, man, wait a minute. Do I really need to build out another, less than 16-inch AR pistol? And I'm like, man, I don't know if I need to really do all that, because I was thinking like, well, shoot. And not to mention, I already have these two braces, SB3A Tactical and the Maximum Defense. I'm going to probably put the Maximum Defense on the 300 Blackout. So I was thinking, man, I already got that too. So I got options on that. So I decided, I went in my little locker. I said, well, who could I like take something from without building? Like instead of building that out, I know you guys wonder what's that black thing on the optic. Well, I coach sports, and this is a wristband from a camp my daughter went to. I thought like I've been putting wristbands. I've been putting wristbands on all my optics because my safe is kind of getting overloaded because I only have one, and they were getting kind of scratched up. So I decided to put those wristbands over the top of them for storage. Instead of buying something for it. So I thought like, man, I shot this a lot. This is really fun. This was more of a novelty. I mean, it could still be whatever you want it to be. 7.5 inch Palmetto State Armory, upper Aero Precision, lower. And it's just a nice little build right here. This can definitely get the job done. It can definitely get the job done. And I thought like, well, shit, if I got all these ARPs already built out, why build that out? I can save that for if I want to do an 18-inch AR 15, if I want to do another 16-inch, because I have an MOE 16-inch mil spec. I thought, well, man, because I already got the stocks. Angel sent me this stock a while back. So if I want to turn into a 16-inch, I already got this stock already ready to go. And I also have this stock. This is the one that right now Palmetto's running a special on. So I got this stock too if I want to go 16.5 inch. So I got options for that kit. I don't have to really build a pistol. So I thought like, well, let me ease back on them. I thought, man, let me ease back because I don't really need, it's a clear weapon, by the way, YouTube. No magazine. I was thinking like, man, I don't need to really be building out a whole nother lower just for, a 8.5 inch Blackout. I thought that's kind of silly. So I'm going to sit on that stuff right there and just basically slap on this Maximum Defense brace. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything off. I'm going to raid this ARP right here because I was thinking, man, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm never going to have this for home defense. I got some other fellas that handle that. I got home defense straightened out. I know y'all thinking like, man, that's a perfect home defense. Yeah, 7.5 inch ARP and blah blah blah, 30 round mags, whatever you want. Ooh, that's all fine and dandy. But I don't want a big fireball and blow my ears out. This is super loud. It's fun. It's super loud. I mean, it's an awesome thing, but I'm cool, bro. I don't need this like home defense. That's why I got my KSG, sitting there in the cuts. I got the KSG right here. So this is the one that this will back them all up off you right here. This is my home defense along with my Glock 21. So that's why this ain't really necessary for home defense. If I can't clear the room with this in a home defense situation, it was an assassination attempt on my life. Y'all hear me say that a lot. For real though, because if you don't run from this, if I put one of these up at you, I got 22 minis up in here, and you see what I got on my side saddle. So I got enough capacity to hold me over about 30 shots just on this. And if that ain't gonna do it, then I'm in trouble. So I was thinking like I don't really need another AR pistol, man. Let me just like I said, I'm not gonna and I'm gonna keep this. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it needs an optic. I don't think it needs a light with a pressure pad and all that shit. It's all cluttered up here. I mean, I got it spaced out, but I had to be strategic when I was building it to put my hands in the right spots and all that kind of stuff. And I started thinking like I don't really need no optic because I'm not gonna be shooting this further than 50 yards, 50 feet. I mean, anything more than that, I got another ARP for that job. That's why I got so many firearms because I got them all for different jobs. And this ain't no job for no long distance. This is like a truck gun / emergency camping type situation. But I don't want to SBR this either. So I thought like, you know what? I'll just raid all the parts off of this, keep it stocked with just the iron sights. This is Angel sent me these too. You got to flip them yourself, but Magpul got the little thing, whatever, dude. It's iron sights. I mean, if you can't, you still got to put your hand there. So what's the difference from having it with the button versus I have Magpuls, but I just saying I like these that he gave me because you just got to flip them yourself, but your hand still got to go there to use the button anyway. So what's the difference? Some people are just really anal about stuff. That don't bother me at all. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the optic off, the light off, take all that off, and then what's gonna happen is this. So I'm gonna take this off, So what I'm going to have is the 300 Blackout will be using this lower. It'll be using this lower right here. This is going to be the 300 Blackout lower right here. But it's going to have the only difference is it's going to have the when I get the parts for it, for the maximum defense, I got about a housing and a buffer tube assembly. It's going to have the maximum defense brace on it. That's the only difference. So it's going to look like this. It's going to be with the maximum defense brace. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use this lower, and I'm going to keep this lower for another build, another rainy day or something like that. Build it out later because I know I got the whole thing all set up. You know what I'm saying? I already got the whole thing set up with the parts and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to rush into that. I can just buy another upper later on and build that. And meanwhile, I can just run my 300 blackout off of this. So I thought that was a good idea. Let me know what you guys think about that. Instead of building that out, there's no sense of having that. I can just have this upper laying around. Again, it'll be pretty much stripped down. It'll just be iron sights. And I ordered that 300 Blackout without a bolt carrier group because I'll just take this bolt carrier group out of here, you know, and then they'll share the same bolt carrier group because it's pretty much brand new. It's not a lot of miles, a lot of rounds on this. Whereas my 16-inch bolt carrier group has a lot more. The 10.5-inch, not that much more on that one either, but this one definitely just has the least amount. I think this only has like 200 rounds through it, and just for testing. So let me know what you guys think about that, man. Is that a good idea? Just have the 300 Blackout share this bolt carrier group and this lower right here with the maximum defense lower, and just go. I mean, I got the parts already, but it's no sense of building it out because I already have a bunch of them already built, and that's what I'm getting at. Because the 10.5-inch has a folder on it. You see what I'm saying? So I can even use this one. You know, this has the O light on it. So I just thought like didn't make much sense. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run it like that because that's going to my son, this 10.5-inch. By the way, my son is just got his next deployment. He's in Fort Lewis, Washington, but he's heading up to Korea again. He's gonna be out there for 6 months over there 30 miles south of the DMZ. So he'll be out there. So he told me to hold off on bringing that up there to him because he doesn't want all that stuff at his house when he's out of town for 6 months. But yeah, man. So that's the plan, man. Basically, run that 300 black off this, strip this down, take this optic and take this light off and put it on the 300 blackout, and then I'll be good to go. That's what I got, man, on that, man. So that'll be a pretty cool situation right there. Good way. And that's why it's good to have parts. You know, have a lot of parts laying around and different things like that.